My name's Ratio and you are tuned into the Maths Surgery. Today we're going to be looking at to different people, it means different things. But when we are working or come together, there must be a common denominator that the parties coming together all agree with. Trust is both an emotional and logical act. Emotionally, it is where you expose your vulnerabilities to people, but believe they will not take advantage of your openness. Logically, it is where you have assessed the probabilities of gain and loss, calculating expected utility based on hard performance data, and concluded that the person or business in question will behave in a predictable manner, right? So in a nutshell, there we have it, what trust is. That's verbally, all right? So when businesses, institutions, and individuals are not trusted by the community, our citizens or our people, our societies crumble, right? So we must understand what trust is and how to equate it so that we can come together as a people, not only for business, but also for education, friendships, relationships, and the like. Now, because we all have different views on what trust is or looks like, we can apply trust to an equation to give a visual of something that is not tangible. So, as you can see here in this slide, I've got a little equation on the side there, but in an equation, for example, in algebra, an equation can be defined as a mathematical statement consisting of an equal symbol between two algebraic expressions that have the same value. The most basic and common algebraic equation in maths consists of one or more variables. Now, in the algebraic equation, the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. So here we see 5x plus 9 is equal to 24. Let's look at the formula. This is the equation for trust. Now, trust, trustworthiness, whatever term you want to use, equal to C, which is credibility, plus R, which is reliability, plus I, which is intimacy, divided by S, which is self-orientation. Okay? So let me just break that down for you. So when one is looking to get involved in any form of relationship, it's really important that you alleviate any trust concerns that you may have. All right? So similar to the equation that I showed you in the previous slide, we are looking at what one side is and compared to what the other side, and they both should really marry up. They both should be like a scale of balance. The trust is equal to all of these components on the other side. So T we know is for trust, all right? So what is that? What does that equate? What's credibility? Now that has to do with the words we speak. In a sentence, we might say, I can trust what he or she says about intellectual property, or she or he is very credible on a particular subject. So that's where the credibility comes in, all right? So you must be able to tick that box in your when you are trying to qualify the trust of someone or something. The next component is reliability. Now that has to do with action. Now we might, if he or she is a product tomorrow, can you trust them to do it because he or she is dependable? You understand what I'm saying? So you're able to, again, any sort of relationship you're going to get involved in, you have to do your due diligence, and do your homework. You know, do a little bit of research and find out, well, are the people, the persons, the group, or what have you, you're getting involved in, are they reliable? And then you can measure it. And then we have intimacy, I. Now that refers to the safety or security that we feel when entrusting someone with something. We might say, I can trust her with that information. She never violated my confidentiality. She would never embarrass me. He has never given away my details. He's never shared my information with those I've never wanted him to share it with. Things like that. That is intimacy, sorry. And then we have self-orientation. Now, this refers to the person's focus. So in particular, whether the person's focus is primarily on him or herself or on the other person. We might say, I can't trust him or this deal. I don't think he cares enough about me. She's focused on what she gets out of this. Or more commonly, I don't trust him. I think he's too concerned about how he's appearing, so he's not really paying attention. So everything on the right-hand side of this equation must stack up for trust or trustworthiness to flow freely. All right? So let's have a look at an example. In landing, it's important to trust the process and get connected. It's only when you trust that process that you are going to get connected. And I'll be the first to tell you that our journey isn't perfect, but it's ours. And we will stick with you till the end. That is the promise that Mojo is making to you. As long as you continue to cross the T's, dot the I's, follow the process, they are obligated to stick with you till the end. So look on the collaboration as being one of the most significant and underused tools available to you in making change. And by doing that, I guarantee you, you will dramatically increase your business and your impact. Hotep.